samurai, shoguns, epic battles. If you've ever wondered how one man could take feudal Japan, a land divided by centuries of war, and nearly united under one banner, let me introduce you to Oda Nobunaga. He wasn't just a warrior. He was a visionary, a disruptor, and let's face it, a little terrifying. Buckle up, because today we're diving into the incredible story of the man who set the stage for modern Japan. Our story begins in 1534 in Owari Province, modern-day Aichi Prefecture. Nobunaga was born into the Oda clan, a small but ambitious family that controlled a modest piece of land. From the start, he was, let's say, a bit unconventional. They called him the Fool of Owari. Why? Because instead of acting like a proper heir, he was out there causing chaos, shooting matchlock guns, a new tech from the Portuguese, and generally annoying everyone in the clan. But beneath that wild exterior was a tactical genius waiting to emerge. And when his father suddenly died, teenage Nobunaga wasted no time showing the world he wasn't just some fool. Now let's set the scene. This was the Sengoku period, a time of endless civil war. Japan wasn't a unified country. It was a patchwork of warring clans, each vying for power. And in the middle of this chaos was Nobunaga, determined to rise above them all. Nobunaga started small, but his first major victory came in 1560 at the Battle of Okahazama. Picture this. Nobunaga's forces were outnumbered 10-1 by the powerful Imagawa clan. The odds were terrible, but Nobunaga? He didn't care. In a brilliant surprise attack, Nobunaga's forces crushed the Imagawa, and their leader, Yoshimoto, was killed. Overnight, Nobunaga went from underdog to a rising star in the Sengoku world. Here's the thing about Nobunaga. He wasn't just about winning battles. He wanted to change the game. He envisioned a unified Japan, free from the endless squabbling of the daimyos. Nobunaga embraced new technology, like the matchlock rifle, and he wasn't afraid to break traditions. He built alliances when it suited him and destroyed anyone who got in his way. Take the Takeda clan, for example, one of the most feared samurai clans of the time. Nobunaga didn't just defeat them. He obliterated them using volleys of rifle fire at the Battle of Nagashino in 1575. Samurai on horseback versus coordinated gunfire? Let's just say it wasn't even close. Now, I'd be lying if I said Nobunaga didn't have a dark side. He was ruthless, feared and hated by many. One infamous example? The siege of Mount Hai. The monks of Mount Hai were a powerful force, both religiously and militarily. They opposed Nobunaga, so he decided to make an example of them. He burned their temples to the ground, leaving no one alive. By the 1570s, Nobunaga was unstoppable. He marched into Kyoto, the imperial capital, and installed a puppet shogun under his control. This wasn't just a power move, it was a declaration. Nobunaga wasn't playing by the old rules anymore, but even as he consolidated power, Nobunaga's enemies kept coming. Rival clans, rebellious generals, and even the powerful Buddhist sects all tried to bring him down. And somehow, he always came out on top. Everything seemed to be going Nobunaga's way. Until June 21, 1582. Nobunaga was staying at Honnoji Temple in Kyoto, taking a well-earned break. What he didn't know was that one of his own generals, Akechi Mitsuhide, was about to betray him. Mitsuhide's forces surrounded the temple, catching Nobunaga completely off guard. With no chance of escape, Nobunaga did what any self-respecting samurai would do. He performed seppuku, ending his own life rather than being captured. Just like that, the life of one of Japan's greatest warlords came to an end. But his story? Oh, it was far from over. Nobunaga may not have lived to see his dream of a unified Japan, but his legacy lived on through his allies and successors. Today, Oda Nobunaga is remembered as a fearless leader who reshaped Japan. He was ruthless, yes, but he was also a visionary who wasn't afraid to challenge tradition and push boundaries. Oda Nobunaga was more than just a warlord. He was a force of nature, a man who refused to accept the world as it was and dared to dream of something bigger. Thanks for joining me on this journey through feudal Japan. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your history-loving friends. Until next time, stay curious, and keep exploring the past. Sayonara.